Good afternoon, everybody. Live from Fellowship Christian Church. This is Mike from Steeler Nation. Somehow I got voted to do the video this week, so obviously they are scraping the bottom of the barrel to get me back on here. So what we're going to do is take a look back at Week 10, take a look ahead of Week 11, and see where everybody stands and how the playoff picture is being sized up right now. I was pretty fortunate to beat Ray and Monkey Punch for the second time this year, 138 to 108. Des Bryant and Tyrell Williams had big days for me. Williams was a guy I just picked up and got lucky. Drew Brees hit him for a touchdown pass, a couple of throws, so it worked out well. Ray's team struggled with no touchdowns last week. Hard to win games when your team doesn't score any, and that includes Brady not throwing for any on Monday night. So I feel very fortunate to come out on top in that one, but I expect Ray to bounce back for sure. In the other games, the boys beat the Silver Bullets 180 to 148. Antonio Brown and Jordy Nelson had big games for the boys. They had 41 and 32 points, respectively. Dak Prescott had a huge day for the Bullets, but unfortunately, he was really the only guy that showed up on his team that day. So he struggled a little bit, even though he scored 148 points. But Prescott was his big winner. The bulldozer, known as Team Dietrich, just keeps right on plowing down opponents. They took care of the Red Devils 208 to 120 in the biggest margin of victory of the week. It's not the first time they've done that, and probably not the last. They had some huge games from Ezekiel Elliott, which broke my heart in Pittsburgh. Murray from Tennessee had a big day. I mean, the running backs alone scored them over 80 points. That's a pretty good double punch there. For the Red Devils, their big score was their defense. Seattle scored them 24. Going to be tough to win when your defense is your high score for the week. So tough week for the Red Devils. Team Dietrich cruises right along. They are now 7-3. Red Devils go to 3-7. Houday Nation snuck one out over Luck Don't Be a Lady by 4, 137-133. Andy Dalton and Tyler Eifert did just enough on Monday night to eke out the victory. Stephon Diggs had a big game for Houday Nation. Phillip Rivers had a big day for Luck Don't Be a Lady. But again, just not quite enough to get over the hump. Very close match. Went down to really the final couple of plays, I think, in that Cincinnati game, but Houday Nation pulled it out. And maybe the surprise team here in the last 4 or 5 weeks, Go Browns, took care of business against Tony's Chance, 184-110. Pastor Rick had some good days from Rodgers at Green Bay, Le'Veon Bell at Pittsburgh, Doug Baldwin, Tony's Chance. Big Ben scored him 44, but again, all that really, that was his big number for the day. He only scored 110, so the rest of his team didn't do as well as hoped, I'm sure. So the Browns go to 4-6 on the year. Tony's Chance go to 3-7. So that's a quick recap of last week. What we want to do is look ahead to this week and some of the games and what to expect and some of the matchups. I will be going against, I as in Steeler Nation, will be going against Tony Chance. I am 5-5, and we'll go over the standings here at the end, but it's really close. Tony's 3-7. I think this is going to come down to a quarterback battle, and I could be in a bit of trouble here because Tony's got Big Ben, and they're going against Cleveland. Cleveland has struggled all year against the pass and typically the run as well. So Big Ben could have a big day, and if he does, I could be in trouble. Derek Carr goes against Houston on Monday night. Houston's pass defense has been pretty good. I'm hoping he hits Amari Cooper a couple times, and I might find a way to sneak one out. I have to make predictions on this, so I'm going to pick me just because I couldn't sleep if I didn't. So I'm going to say Steeler Nation edges out Tony's Chance. Monkey Punch, again, another 5-5 team. Rays goes against the Boys, another 5-5 team. Again, a big quarterback battle this week, especially after last week. But Brady goes up against San Francisco. Mariota had a big day last week. He's also got Antonio Brown. And Brown could have a big day against Cleveland. So it's going to be a close one. 2 5-5 teams, a big win for whoever comes through this. I'm going to give the edge to the Boys ever so slightly on this one, but could go either way for sure. The next game are the Red Devils. They're 3-7 against the Silver Bullets, 5-5. Red Devils have been really struggling. Their main quarterback has a bye this week, so Eli Manning will be their main guy, and he's done all right the last couple of weeks. The Silver Bullets have Prescott going again. I got to go with the Silver Bullets on this one. I just think they just have a little bit too much. Houday Nation goes against Team Dietrich, the Bulldozer. Team Dietrich is just good, and I hope I don't have to play him again ever. I hope somebody knocks him off in the playoffs if I happen to get in, so I don't have to play him. Zeke Elliott has just been unbelievable. He's going to get the ball a lot against Baltimore, I'm sure. The running game is just awesome right now. Houday Nation will have Cam Newton at quarterback. Should be an interesting week, but Team Dietrich's tough to beat. Tops in the league, or tied for tops in the league at 7-3. I have to go with them. In the last game, go Browns against Luck Don't Be a Lady. Now, here's a 4-6 team going against a 7-3 team. Now, Luck Don't Be a Lady has a good team for sure. He's got a guy named Todd Gurley that hasn't exactly lived up to par so far. LA's been struggling. Go Browns will have two guys I think could have big games, and that's Aaron Rodgers and Le'Veon Bell. I'm going to go with an upset here and say Go Browns wins and goes to 5-6 on the season. Now, I know we do this thing called What Were You Thinking? And I went back and looked through everybody's. There wasn't anything that was really kind of out of whack. I guess the only thing I could see in going through the games was Ray. If Ray had just picked the right guys, he would have beat me. But, I mean, that's, you got to make part of that's just luck, too. So there is no What Were You Thinking that last week, because nothing was crazy, for sure. So the standings after 10 weeks, Team Dietrich and Luck Don't Be a Lady are at 7-3. Houday Nation 6-4, and then we have 4 teams at 5-5. The Boys, Monkey Punch, Silver Bullets, and me, Steeler Nation. Go Browns are 4-6. Tony's Chance and Red Devils are 3-7. Now remember, 6 teams are making the playoffs. The first 2 will get a bye in week 1 of the playoffs. So you're looking at 6 teams that are all within a game of each other, trying to fight for spots, 3 through 6 right now. So it's going to come down to the very end. I hope you've enjoyed the video, at least a little bit. Hopefully Ray will never pick me to do this again. Good luck, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.